Yeah.
Because LGD opened Undying Drow before, right? Like, and they could still pick Undying next, which they probably will, I think, if given the chance. And now IG have to decide if they want to pick it themselves or give it away.
Do they go Mirana here? Because Kaka plays that Mirana, loves it. With the Mars. It's that beautiful combo.
I could see them picking Rubik,
combo.
potentially, like as a safe pick.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Undying is the big thing here, though.
You think so?
Yeah. That they're deciding how they want to approach this, because they wouldn't have expected LGD to take the Lina there, I don't think. Because they would have expected LGD to go for the Undying again. And LGD just, like, yeah, they kind of throw them off guard a little bit.
Ooh. Earth Spirit.
Interesting. We've
Kaka
seen some good Earth Spirits,
hero.
though.
Yeah, we've seen some good Kaka performances on this Earth Spirit in the past. So I'm excited to see it, especially if it lives up to what we've been seeing in this event already in terms of Earth Spirits.
I think they'll go Undying still. They could go something that, like... No, I think it's still fine. Or the only other thing they could do is... Yeah, I was going to say the other thing they could do is, like, maybe pick their carry that they can, like, protect with bans, but the Undying pick makes sense. Especially when you know, not only are you going against double strength heroes, but Earth Spirit's going to want to leave the lane relatively early.
Yeah.
And I think if he does, like, then the Undying can just bully the Mars so hard. Like, Earth Spirit's going to have to, like, manipulate the waves and things a lot here to try and make Undying's game a little bit difficult. I can see LGD in the second phase picking this Life Stealer as well, like we saw earlier. And then, like, it frees up the Undying to kind of, like, move around the map and stuff. Whatever. It's obviously going to depend on matchups and things, but yeah.
Well, you would know the matchup already, right? You with the Life Stealer. And I guess it's just more so about matching it up against whatever the one position is for IG, right?
Mm-hmm. They ban Morph as well. Like, in my mind already, I'm thinking, like, we need to be careful about this Life Stealer.
Yeah, and if they're thinking Life Stealer, I like that Beastmaster ban too. We've seen the Beastmaster Life Stealer combo, and it's pretty strong. Shrek gets banned. That was a bit of an issue with the, for LGD in the previous game.
I'm just interested to see how IG approach this second phase, because, like, Marth's Earth Spirit doesn't have the same flex value that Marth's Lina did, and now it's kind of like, yeah, it's an okay lane, but Undying should secure it really hard. So LGD might be able to get away with picking a more greedy carry if they feel like they want to, right?
Trying to think what they want to ban here.
So a lot of offlane has been taken out so far. So, like, with Mars being picked, there's now Slardar Beastmaster gone, Bloodseeker's gone.
Viper's technically gone.
Yeah, there's not a huge amount left. Like, that's very common, at least.
We don't see Underlord as much anymore, and that was a hero we were seeing in the offlane a lot.
Yeah, I don't mind that hero. It's okay. It's very game-specific, though. It's not a hero you can just open with, I don't think, anymore. Mm-hmm. Like, people used to open, like, Rubik Underlord and things and just shove lanes in, but I think we've kind of moved away from that, especially with how popular Undying is at the moment. Underlord's game gets a little bit difficult.
Trying to think about what they might want here.
I would consider banning something like Chen if IG play it, I think.
Well,
like...
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Ban the Winter Wyvern. And that... Wow.
Right, okay.
And they go Magnus. Sense. That was a hero we talked about earlier today. Talked about how this hero doesn't get picked up anymore and how Omni Knight was the big counter to it, which is still available to be your 5 position if you're IG.
Yeah, but, I mean, picking Mars, Earth Spirit, Omni Knight sounds rough. Like, I don't think... It doesn't sound like a good way to deal with it. And, like, the Wyvern ban makes complete sense now, right, with the mag. The one that stands out to me at the moment with LGD for carry is obviously going to be PA. I think that hero with Magnus is already crazy, but having the mobility to jump out of arena and things is always going to be really important. I mean, Jug is obviously going to be okay as well, potentially. How do they deal with this mag? This is tough. I'd be thinking about Sven maybe potentially as well as a pick here. And they're going to go Omni. I think it's the only hero in the pool, though, that I think of that deals with mag that's left.
Yeah.
Right? But I think these 3 heroes that they've opened with feel really rough. And I think you have to go like Sven or something now. I think if you don't go Sven, you're going to fall so far behind the PA in terms of farm.
And this is probably an off-lane mag.
Yeah, I think it could be nothing. I mean, nothing to say plays it as well, right? Like, it could be mid, but...
Yeah, it can be. Usually, I would say, I want to say it's usually Faith Beyond's hero to play.
And there's the Sven. I see this at the moment on IGM, like, they're playing 4 melee heroes against like, this Undying's game looks amazing right now. Mm-hmm. I'd be so happy if I was Innocence. And, like, they've got away with this first pick Undying. And LGD, do you remember how we talked about before in the second phase, when you have first pick, you want to set the tempo and make IG react to the picks. And they've picked this Wyvern, and IG are like, damn, like, we have to deal with this now. Like, we know they're going to go mag PA. What's our plan? So they have to answer to that, and now the Undying's game looks really good. The Lena's game looks really good as well, I think. LGD's draft, to me, looks awesome.
Stellar. They could still throw that Lena mid.
I'd love to see them playing Voker LGD, if they do. I think the Tornado's really good against Omni Knight for the Purge. I think the Alacrity's really good with PA. You, like, buff up your PA to, like, super status with Empower and Alacrity. And it's like a pretty safe mid pick in general at the moment as well, I'd say, Invoker. Like, you can play Crossrex if you want to early on.
Or hear me out. Mid Lena.
Yeah.
So your 4 position open.
Yeah.
5-man RP. Into a blast off. Techies gets picked. Here we go, LGD. There we go. Timber getting banned. They banned another offlaner, thinking that this is going to be nothing to say on the Magnus. Not saying it can't be nothing to say on the Magnus, but I want to say I think we've seen Faith Beyond play this mag more so than nothing to say, but it's been like a minuscule amount of games between the two of them anyway.
I'm trying to think of other heroes they could potentially play 4 as well and put the Lena mid, but I think the Lena mag lane seems really strong against Omni Sven. Maybe like Shadow Demon could be interesting.
Ooh.
Because that gives you the Purge as well for the Omni.
Yeah.
But it also gives you the save.
Would that be mid Shadow Demon, or is that going to be Lena moves into the mid and put the Shadow Demon on Jinkyu? Because we've seen LGD do that.
It would be Shadow Demon 4, yeah.
What was the game we saw? I swear we saw LGD do that recently. That 2-position Shadow Demon. They lost. And we were so excited because we called the Shadow Demon pick, and we were like, oh, it's gonna be 4 Shadow Demon. Then it ended up going mid, and we were like, oh, okay. And then it just got like dumpstered.
Yeah. I can't remember what game it was, but I'm trying to think what IG pick that saves their draft as well. Not saves their draft. They can still win, like, obviously, but Storm would have been good.
Yeah. I still like the Invoker for both these teams, actually. I like Emo Invoker.
Yeah, I think Invoker's okay for both of them.
Big fan of Emo Invoker, and then nothing to say is a good Invoker player, but Emo more than anybody. Except maybe like D-Stones. I'm telling you, man, we're getting it. Getting the techies. We've been getting a lot of these longer games. He's going to get to level 25. Mines get movement.
I think you want something more active, though. It's the problem.
Yeah.
Like, Rubik's still in the pool if they want to go for that. Like, if they're playing against Omni, like, I mean, that would probably be the safest pick. Mm-hmm. It makes complete sense.
Ooh. I like the TA.
It lanes against the Lena if it needs to as well. Like, pretty well. It's one of the better ones at dealing with it. Because you can use the refraction to, like, deal with some of the harass that comes your way. You can just shove the lane back out the other way if you need to.
Mm-hmm. I think it does well against both the Magnus and the Lena.
think Tusk could be fun as well.
Well, the thing is, like, they could still pick a mid, an off laner, or a 4. Like, LGD has options because you could throw the Magnus mid, you could throw the Lina 4, have an off laner. You could throw the Magnus off lane, you could throw the Lina 4, need a mid laner. You could throw the Lina mid, Magnus 3, or, you know.
And it's like we've said, the hero pool that these guys have between them is crazy. So they could even just do something completely different here that we wouldn't have thought of.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of heroes that do well against TA mid. It's not like a huge amount. Something like Kunkka could be interesting because you have the rotation potential, but I don't know how much I like it. Razor, historically in the past, has been another one. Could be a good Razor game. Good against Sven as well.
Yeah. I'm going to lock in Kunkka / Techies. Just because it had... Okay.
Ooh. I think that's going to be a 3 DP. And they put Mag mid.
No.
Oh, they put... Okay.
Okay.
So they're going to put the DP mid against the TA. Fair enough. I'm surprised they've doubled down on like more magic more physical damage though with the exorcism. Like obviously the silence is going to be really good this game though against like the Omni, the Earth Spirit, like even the Sven. I think the silence is really good against before he gets BKB.
Mm-hmm.
I much prefer LGD's draft, but again, if IG get going, like they farm ancient stacks really well on like Emo and Fly, which might be a bit of a problem that they kind of both want to do that. I think I'd much rather play LGD's draft. I think this Undying's game looks great. I think the DP's game looks good.
Kind of liking IG's draft here. I'm a big TA person. I think I definitely see the problems that you're saying, like, you know, the splitting of farm between the Sven and the TA. No, I'm not allowed to. I'm on LGD 100%.
The only way I think IG win is if they get ahead and like manage to stay ahead, because I think the TA can farm a lot quicker than other people in the game, and like if they get to, like Blink Deso and they just start blowing people up, and like the Sven TA like start playing together and like going on the same targets and things, they can just move from one to the next, etc. But I think their game is much harder to play than LGD's.
I think it's the one time I've ever said anybody other than LGD against LGD, and I'm told, no, you can't even. You're not allowed.
But again, like, Earth Spirit's another one of these heroes that I think you don't think about massively in the draft. Like, the play potential of that hero is crazy.
Well, it's because it's got so much of a variable impact, right?
Uh-huh. And
you don't know what you're going to get.
I love that Innocence has gone Orb of Venom this time on the Undying. He's not against this range pokey hero. Like Linas or Rubik's or Wind Rangers we've seen as well. Just hit them. Like Mars, now that there's an Undying Orb of Venom, his game is a lot harder. Because like this PA Undying can just run you down. And what does Earth Spirit do?
30 seconds to battle.
Earth Spirit does Earth Spirit things. And how can you bet against the Sven? Mo.
Sven Omni.
Yeah. How can you ever go against that?
Oh, I like these high fives. That's cute.
All right. This could potentially be the last one of the day. Hopefully it's not. I'm always hoping for 3 games. Chat interaction. Chat interaction. Here it comes.
Interaction? Wow.
Press 1 if you think LGD are going to win. Press 2 if you think IG are going to win.
Did we see this from JT yesterday, by the way, where he gets 2 shared tangos at the start of the game, and then he bought a stick and an Orb of Venom before, right? But he can't really pressure the lanes the same as like this time, so he gets the stick again for the Undying, but goes Windlace this time instead, which I quite like. I think that's good.
I think last time he got the shared tangos, though, he wasn't forced to use one of them immediately. That's for sure.
JT is in trouble here. I think he's just going to try and run around the waves and stuff, but...
God's Rebuke. Decay in a second. That's going to land. JT, if he gets hit by this again, he's in a lot of trouble. Innocence only needed one right click to try and slow him down, but the Death Prophet over mid, nothing to say, gets low. Emo pops a salve.
Does he have regen coming out in the career? I assume he does. Yeah, there's a salve. Okay.
Oh, and he ended up buying 3 more tangos. Rolling Boulder, Boulder smash down onto the tower,
Yeah,
but he's fine.
They did it when there were still creeps there, unfortunately. Dude,
Yeah.
Winners are just owning this lane. This is exactly what I was saying, though. Like, what do they do? They're playing Mars
20
Earth
stolen
Spirit.
strength. Oh my god. It's not fun to deal with. Sven actually taking a lot of damage. He's just going to be first blood. Jinkyu getting the kill on a fly LSA to finish him off.
I'm going to allow you this one time to take your IG thing back.
No.
Okay.
Sorry, I was getting really close to the mic for that one. It's not going to happen. I never doubt myself. I'm not going to start now.
Oh, Undying.
He's in some trouble. He's probably going to fall here. JT gets the kill. And Ame getting really aggressive going for JT.
The thing I have there
I'm
is...
going to give you this one opportunity.
No. This is my exact
LGD
reason
back.
for what I talked about last game, though. Imagine if he has Soul Rip there instead of Decay. Do you see what I mean? Like, the fact he never goes for it baffles me.
And he's probably going to go second level into the tombstone like he does.
Yeah, and I would really want to ask him why. Because I don't understand. Because I'm not very clever.
No, you're not. Rolling Boulder with the Boulder smash out. Now, Phantom Strike, Kakai in some trouble. God's Rebuke pushing him back. 1k lead right now for OGD. TADP, it's pretty close so far. How is this lane supposed to go?
I think it's TA favored early on, but I think as the levels come through, DP does fine. Like, they both just push out the wave, they both farm. Like, it's not massively one-sided.
If things get sketchy, Emo just backs up into the jungle anyway. Crypt Swarm.
Mid lane?
And the roll, but Kaka not landing it. 4-minute rune is a regen, and not landing that onto the Death Prophet allows Nothing to Say to pick up and bottle that regen rune. Meanwhile, Ollie's going to fall to Jinkyu, so another kill in that bottom lane. Roll once again. Kaka?
JT as well. Oh. Top lane has to TP away all the way back to base.
It's really
It's a 1k lead for LGD.
Yeah, I know.
Just thought I'd remind you.
I reminded myself.
Tower is under attack.
Firefly though, not doing that great. 15-1 compared to the Phantom Assassins 23-7.
Bounty.
They stacked any ancients yet? No.
Is anybody stacking it all? With both TA and Sven on the team, I'm surprised the lack of stacking for IG.
Mm-hmm. But it's like, who does it? Maybe Earth Spirit, I guess. He could do some now.
Guess that is true. Who really gets a chance to get those stacks out, and you're just hoping as probably the TA, because you want to get that boost in gold. You want to grab yourself potentially that early Blink Dagger, the early Deso.
Because you have to remember, the thing about stacking is that not only does the TA get more farm, but it's also like you get to take over the lane while they take the stacks. So the supports also benefit from it in terms of XP overall.
Already level 6 here for nothing to say. See if he's going to use this early exorcism to push the lane in and potentially get that tier 1 tower mid. Got the Lina rotating.
Yeah, everybody's going to come in here. This is a big play here.
Yeah, they want to work with this first exorcism and get the tower. And sometimes we see these death prophets kind of just go forward all, you know, lax, and they don't end up taking the tower. I don't know what the word I wanted to use was. It was like lackadaisically, but that's not a word.
Yeah, this tower's in trouble. It's like exorcism, tombstone.
Tower is not in trouble. It's dead. This is not going to be good here for the side of IG, losing this tower, and they get the deny on the tombstone, so LGD are giving up nothing for it.
Have you seen this? In a shocking turn of events, Innocence took Soul Rip at level 3 to help his DP. Oh, Arena, top.
They get the kill here with the Arena. So looking
any TPs
possible.
from anybody? They all have TP.
Stifling Dagger, that's going to crit. And IG not pushing this. I'm surprised.
I'm surprised Ame's managed to get away with that, to be honest, because, yeah, the fact he doesn't die there is huge. They almost accepted that he was going to die on LGD, I think.
That's why nobody really came over.
It's a 2k lead already as well. Like, you see them stacking Ancients on the Dire side, ready for this PA with Empower. It's going to be a 3-stack.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, it's actually blocked by the Radiant. Okay. I didn't see when they did that, but fair enough.
Yeah. Which is good. You don't want to be giving up too many stacks. Meanwhile, there's only a double stack in this camp here for the Radiant.
Right, B-Cup. Without looking,
Yes.
if you're playing PA and you have a mag on your team, what do you need?
Not Battle Fury.
Interestingly, he has got Battle Fury queued up.
I've seen it before. You don't necessarily have to skip it.
I just don't think it's needed.
I mean, it's
Like, imagine if
not
you
a
go Deso this
terrible
game.
item.
Are scanning.
No, it's still an okay item, but imagine going Deso this game and just running at the Sven when he hasn't got Warcry up. Like, he just dies.
True. That is the true. Go after this Undying. Geomagnetic grip with the boulder smash, Arena down, and the spear hitting on Innocence. Grab the kill onto this Undying. He is both deaths for LGD.
They're just going to trade tier 1s.
Is under attack.
Nothing too crazy here.
Yeah.
Has Emo got anything coming on the career? Oh, just Blightstone, wow. Not doing that well. He's actually lowest net worth of all the cores.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Which, when you play TA,
Radiant's bottom tower
never a good
is
sign.
under attack.
No, especially
Dire's top tower has
when you and the Sven are going to be split in the jungle.
fallen. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's
And your courier dies
oh dear.
with your Blightstone.
Dear, oh dear.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Blessings. Dire's top
Still
tower
just a
is
2k
under
lead. They've
attack.
got the Mask of Madness. Mask of Madness on the Sven. You can never really count on the Sven. I think the big problem here, though, is the fact that the TA is just not getting much farm.
No, and look at this stack taking from the Undying and the Lina. Like, they're just being so much more efficient on LGD.
OGD doing a very good job at the moment. JT, meanwhile, going into the Blink Dagger. He's got this early bottle with the Phase Boots. If he could get the Blink Dagger, that would be pretty nice for them, but he needs to get some time and space to farm this up. He's only got 1,100 gold. And on top of which, this TA going blink first, and it is going to be a while. Feels like it's been pretty slow. Rolling Boulder in, they've got the Stormhammer as well as the Arena down around this Death Prophet. They'll get the kill and nothing to say. Emo gets credit for that one, so that's good gold going the way of the TA.
They did have to commit a lot, though. They commit God Strength, Arena.
No, they didn't commit God
Strength. 4
Strength.
heroes. Did they not? Oh, I thought they did. Oh, my bad, my bad. Sorry. Sorry, everybody. I take full responsibility for my actions.
I think you might have seen the red come out from the Mask of Madness.
That might have been it.
I've made that mistake.
Or I'm blind.
I was giving you the help you needed. In the form of an excuse.
See these stacks being made again on the Ancients on Dire's side?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Dire making all these stacks. Meanwhile, IG really aren't.
Oh, they didn't stack the big camp as well, but whatever. PA's going to happily come over and take those in a second. Finish off that Battle Fury. Emo's caught back up again in terms of net worth now, though. Especially after that kill before on DP, giving the extra little boost of gold.
There's that Blink Dagger, so now he's going to be trying to farm up the Deso. Laguna Blade used, Ollie ends up dead. Flesh Golem committed to that.
I think in a really low tempo game like this,
RP.
I think just blowing spells to find kills is absolutely fine. Like, there's not a huge amount happening this game, right? So just kill people with your spells and just let them go on cooldown again.
Radiant are scanning. Dire's bottom tower is under
So
attack.
Firefly, what has he got so far except for that Mask of Madness? Did he get the O staff?
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
He's got Echo Saber coming out, I think, right? Oh, it's no, just the Oblivion. Okay.
Dire's
Oh,
middle
TA
tower
comes over
is
to
under
try and take the
attack.
stacks, but PA's just taken them. That's rough.
Radiant's top tower is
Gets
under
the
attack.
smaller stack. I think that's
Yeah,
okay.
but it's like, imagine if you just run into like 3 stack of Ancients while there were PA's there by himself.
Dire's middle tower
Like,
is
Arme
under
would just cry. He's got the Battle Fury now, though.
Yeah.
I think he needs a second Battle Fury.
No, now he's going into the Deso. Like, I like this. I like the Battle Fury, not as reliant on the Magnus. Plus Empower plus the Battle Fury.
I'm not saying it's bad.
I'm
It's
happy
just
with that.
I don't know. It just feels unnecessary.
I get that.
But they might be thinking, okay, so the way you can look at it is, if you look at the two lineups, I think the pressure's on IG to force objectives earlier than LGD, right?
Yeah.
Like, they have TA Sven. TA wants to fight quicker than BA does. If they want this game to scale on LGD, and they want this game to carry on going further, getting Battle Fury isn't really a problem. Because it's like, well, yeah, we can just split up. The Mag and the PA don't have to play together all the time.
5-man smoke coming out from IG. Do they have the Blink Dagger available? Yes, they do. On the Mars, blink into the Spear. They're going to go for the Death Prophet again. They've got the damage. They're getting the kill? Ooh, maybe. Maybe not. RP comes in, and it's a massive one that hits out of 3 of these heroes, and now they've got the Spirit Siphon. That's going to keep nothing to say alive. They don't get the kill on the Death Prophet, and they might even just lose a bunch. They look over at the Lina. Jinq gets low. He ends up falling. That's going to be to Fly. Fly damage out. Now nothing to say. Finally falls. They look over at Innocence. They've got the damage to get this one as well. 3 kills there for the side of IG, losing just the Omni Knight.
Yeah,
Looked
I mean,
like a
if
big
the PA's,
turnaround.
If the PA's there, the fight's completely different, right? But unfortunately, Arme didn't have TP up at the time, so he couldn't TP in and help his team. And now they're going to lose not only the fight, but also a mid-tier 1 by the looks of it.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Stormhammer, fly. All the right clicks. Is it going to be
Ame?
enough? Purification, Heavenly Grace to get the kill on a Faith Beyond. They'll look over at Ame, Stifling Dagger on Nakaka.
Oh, I thought Arme was going to die there for a second. I was a bit worried, but they're okay.
Couple of big exchanges there, and all of a sudden, TA and Sven are in a good spot in terms of net worth.
Yeah, games looks really good for them, and they're going to see this PA Battlefield and be like, guys, like, let's just run at them, because PA still doesn't want to fight us.
Oh no, missing that spear. JT. Not the worst thing in the world when you've got Ollie nearby, and he'll drop down the arena to make sure that they can't come up the stairs. Nothing to say, he's going to commit pretty far for this. Boulder smash onto the Omni. Crypt Storm, Spirit Siphon, Spear missing. They're missing a lot. Nothing to say as he continues to chase down Ollie and gets all the way by the tier 2 tower before he kills him. Although this is Exorcism committed and it gets you an Omni Knight kill. I think you're okay with that if you're IG. You would have loved to save your Omni Knight, of course. But Exorcism for that doesn't feel too great. Can TP out. Yeah, there's the Yules. There's the double crit coming in from Ame.
Yeah, and he's got that Deso coming out in the courier now, so he is the strongest hero in the game by far at this point. He's feeling really good.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Are they going Roche? LGD? Oh no, they scan, but they might be too late here. There's no Exorcism either. DP can't really get there.
Got the meld moving in, and it looks like they should have it, but Ame might make the jump. They've got the Aegis now on the Emo. They're going to look over at Innocence. LSA, that comes on through, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. They get the kill on the Kaka. They'll take out one. The Laguna Blade's thrown, as well as the Guardian Angel coming out from Ollie. Sven in some trouble. LSA hits. Fly ends up dead, so they've got two. LGD looking for more. Faith Beyond hits the shockwave on Ollie. The chase is on, and they should be able to get themselves a +1, totaling in 3 for LGD. Good fight from them, despite the fact that they gave up the Aegis. I'm a little surprised at the fact that TA... Well, now, I don't know if he's going to go to the Desolator. He queued up the Nullifier for a second. Now he's back into the Desolator. I was going to say, you're really not... I would have been shocked if he didn't go for the Deso.
Yeah, you definitely want the Deso. It's very much needed. And he has... Okay, so the TA has the Deso now. Oh god, they just baited Emo so hard mid. That was insane. And now Tombstone's down. Oh god, okay.
Kaka, he ends up dying. They're going to look to get Emo a second time. LGD, they really open up the game with those couple of exchanges. And that Aegis really doesn't do much for the side of IG, and buying out on the Desolator means he's dead for a long time. They use the RP, they look over at the Omni as well as the Mars, and you know, pick him off, knock him down, and take out a couple more.
Easy peasy. I don't know, I think IG, with that first Roche, they kind of like snuck it, even though their laning stage went really bad, but now I'm not sure how they're supposed to find their way back into the game here. This PA is so massive.
It really just quickly went downhill for IG, and it looked like it was going pretty well for them.
I don't know, they had a good couple of minutes or so, but yeah, Ame just turns up to fights with like Battle Fury Death Zone. He's like, yeah, I can just deal, you know, 800 crits or whatever, right? The thing is, he's going BKB. I don't even think he needs BKB. Like, he could just go Satanic or something if he really needed. But I think the BKB is just the safest choice. And I think IG realised that if this fight goes badly, the game's going to be over pretty much. But like, they can't get back into the game by farming, because otherwise they fall further and further behind the PA. They have to get back in by killing people. So they smoke up and they want to try and make something happen.
Wave, Stifling Dagger, that's gonna Crypt Swarm out, so Kaka trying to leave with the Rolling Boulder. Boulder Smash thrown, hits both Ame as well as nothing to say. Oy. Kind of hoping for the one dagger and I'm kill moment. BKB finish for the Sven. Is that even enough, though?
I mean, it's like great. Like,
It's
I don't know.
okay, but
It's okay, but you still have so much to worry about, right? Like, the PA still runs at you. Like, there's RP to worry about, so even if you're BKB, you're not going to have, like, that necessary immunity to everything. A good tombstone.
And they've got the tombstone down. They're going to look over to kill off Faith Beyond. They take that out. Now they'll look over at the tombstone. But Ame comes through. Fly with the BKB. It's only got a couple of seconds more. The Guardian Angel gets used before Ali ends up dead. Fly here with the stifling dagger. JT nearby looking to maybe help out, but he doesn't have an arena to throw. Stormhammer comes through the Laguna Blade, and then the right click, taking out Fly, who maybe saw that Death Prophet was speared to the tower and could get aggressive.
I don't know if you've ever seen a Flesh Golem Laguna Blade before, but it's quite a lot of damage. Extra 25% on 700. Good.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well, okay. So it says the Sven just died to the Phantom Assassin before the Laguna Blade hit.
What the hell?
Yeah, look at the death report.
No, I don't want to look.
It's just a 1500 crit from the Phantom Assassin. And then I guess the Laguna Blade hit afterwards.
I don't know if you've ever seen a Flesh Golem Dagger crit, but it's pretty good. They caught the Earth Spirit.
Another kill here. Nothing to say. Now 7, 2, and 4.
Yeah, I mean, nothing to say. This DP looks a little bit, on the edge in the early game, right? Like, it had a good lane, obviously, but there was that moment afterwards where they, like, rotated mid and things, and DP got gone on a couple of times, but ever since then, it's looked really solid. The silence especially has been key in team fights.
Yeah. 11k lead, like, things have really blown up for LGD, and I don't know if I really see a way back for IG unless they have the perfect fight. And I think at this point in the game, it's so hard to set up for the perfect fight.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They've got BKB on the PA, like, they have 2 physical damage cores that are playing against the PA with like 4 points in blur. I don't know where the damage is going to come from on IG.
I don't either. Maybe
he's
hoping
even
that the Sven and the PA and the TA do enough to go after what, the PA?
What, with a 50% evasion?
Yeah.
It's crazy. She's also going to Nullifier as well on the PA, so that Guardian Angel isn't going to save anybody anymore when that comes out.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
There's that blur evasion. So the 85% evasion now. 11k lead for OGD. And they're gonna pick up a double damage on Faith Beyond. He'll bottle it up. He's got Solar Crest as well as the Blink. So could place that Solar Crest on the Phantom Assassin. Roche up in a minute, potentially. Have to see if LGD are even going to wait for that. They might even find an opportunity to fight before
they want the Sven
happens. And ooh,
oh god,
oh, Skewer. Now they'll have the RP. Good job by Faith Beyond to hold it, and they'll get the kill on a Fly.
Target.
I'm happy to see this Battle Fury PA actually. I hadn't really seen a huge amount of this before when they have a mag on their team, but it helps me like understand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool to see different things.
Money to burn.
I think what people don't understand is when I say things, a lot of the time I know I'm probably wrong, right? But I have to sound confident still. I have to pretend I know. There's an art to it.
Okay, Spear, Melt.
That's the damage.
And they get this kill. BKB turning this around. 2-shotting, almost 3-shotting Kaka. And now just go for the tower or retreat. Roche is up in a minute 44. Arena down by JT, but where's the follow-up to this? Stormhammer comes in with the God Strength. Do they have the damage to get more than just one? Yes, they do. They got Innocence. They have Faith Beyond. They'll look for more. Buyback gets used by the Undying. Now the turnaround. Phantom Assassin coming the way of the Sven. Sven, you may kill my Magnus, you may kill my Undying, but I'm coming for you. Oh, spear. I don't know where that was at.
That cleave
Silence
off the dagger
comes
just
in,
killed Ollie.
and Ollie ends up dead. Now they'll look over at Fly. They'll take out the Sven. He's dead for 53 seconds. This might just be where they call it. They're diving all the way into the base.
Yeah, I mean, Nexus is just about to run out, but even with the PA damage, they can still take the racks. I think they've got one more fight in them, potentially, IG. If it goes badly, then yeah, maybe that's that then, but... And this PA's massive nullifiers coming out on the courier.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
But you can see, like, at the start of that fight, they throw everything on the PA. She goes down to, like, maybe 60% HP, and then she just gets her BKB off. And it's like, well, never mind.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Satanic next. Meanwhile, Emo trying to farm up away from the base. Going for the MKB, but still a mile away from him.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
And they can just go back and get Roche. Probably finish off the game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do you like no armor? Enjoy even less. Okay.
Triple fire.
Arena,
Spear. Fly. He has God Strength. He's going for the Tombstone first. LSA comes in. That's going to stun up the Mars. They get the kill on the Kaka as well as Ollie. They've taken out 2. Buyback used by Ollie. BKB gets popped by JT. Spear hits onto the Phantom Assassin. Skewers him onto the cliff. But JT ends up dead. That's going to be 3 gone on the side of IG once again. 18k lead for LGD.
I don't even think Nothing to Say was there at the start of that fight on the DP, was she? Like, I think the DP was just in the base, getting HP back and just TP'd in at the end.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Roche.
Sean has fallen to the down.
Okay.
All I'm saying is, IG of last OGA would have given up by now. They're a new team.
Yeah. Well, they're an old team.
Well, yeah, technically an old team, but what I'm saying is they're completely different to last time we watched them in OGA.
Yeah.
It's just a bit disappointing for them that after game 1 that was so close and went so well for them in like this really tightly contested favor, this game 2's just been like a complete stomp, it feels like.
Oh, yeah. But at the same time, like, you expect that from the top team. I would say LGD are probably the top team in the region at the moment.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, they've got the results to back it up recently, so.
This game is not over yet, though. Silver Edge soon for Sven.
Okay. He's got the gold.
And then MKB for TA at the same time?
Earth Spirit, though.
Comeback starts now.
42 seconds.
He's got buyback.
Oh, okay. That's fine, then. But that doesn't count as a comeback, because then they lose more gold.
True.
I like Faithion's item build as well, go for the blink into the Solar Crest. I mean, he has 3.4k spare, but like, the Solar Crest should buff the PA up even more. Like, why not? Oh, actually went Crypt Storm cooldown on DP rather than Health Tanner. It's different.
Exorcism. There's the Satanic finish. They'll drop the Tombstone. And did they plan on just fighting Megas?
Yeah, but TA's just picked up the MKB and is now TPing back. Unfortunately, there's like...
There's the Silver Edge. Do they have the damage? They go for this PA, but there's the Satanic. Guardian Angel gets used. They just don't have the damage to get the kill. They look over at Kaka. The right click's coming through, but it's not going to be enough to get the kill just yet. Taking the melee racks, they look over the range racks. For a second, it looked promising to get the Aegis, but it's not going to be that way. The BKB gets popped, just destroys Fly. And with that, they're going to call GG. Looking over at the Mars, give him another one. Ame going out of control. There's the RP. Pull him out of the base. Let's get some more kills. And it's going to be a full team wipe before the Ancient explodes. LGD take game 2.
Yeah, much better performance from them this game. Very clean. What do you say about this game? I think the Battle View was like a lot of the talking point early on. I didn't agree with it at first, but I can see how it works now. That's cool. IG had that like one good moment in the game where they took the Roche, but then unfortunately the TA got massively baited in the mid lane and lost the Aegis straight away, pretty much. Yeah, I think... Do you remember what you were saying about this like first phase, like picking the Omni Knight feels like the only answer to the Magnus in that scenario? But like they pick it and it's like, oh, it's just like the whole laning stage is just a little bit awkward with like Mars, Earth Spirit, Omni Knight. And then they pick these two cores that both need like 15 minutes of farm. And TA has to go Blink first, because if TA doesn't go Blink, then they can't fight. But then what happens is she goes Blink first and they don't fight anyway. So it's like, oh, now we've brought this Blink on TA to fight. We're not fighting.